Next, I want to cover the quick and easy process of renewing your dealer's license so you can get your license renewed as soon as possible. Remember, Georgia used motor vehicle dealer licenses are valid for 2 years and they expire on March 31st of even year. You must renew your license before March 31st of each even-numbered year and have completed the necessary continuing education and other renewal requirements by that date in order to keep your license in good standing. Dealers can save time by pre-applying for registration online, which I'll show you here in just a moment on the Drives e-Services website. So dealers will need to continue the process of that motor vehicle division office process in person or drop off or by mail. And like I said, I'll show you that here in just a moment. First, I want to show you how to renew your license. Okay, so you're going to need to complete your Georgia Used Motor Vehicle Dealer application from the Georgia Motor Vehicle Division. And you can download that form plus most of the other forms that we talk about here today at the georgiadealer.com website, or you can always go to eservices.drives.ga.gov, and we'll show you that here in just a little bit. But always remember, the application must be completed correctly and in its entirety. Mistakes on your dealer application can cause significant delays in your licensing renewal process. So we're going to complete a paper online used motor vehicle renewal here in just the next section. But before we do, I always want to remind you, you've got to maintain your dealer surety bond. If for some reason you were to let your dealer bond expire during the licensure period with your dealer's license, then you certainly are going to see possibly a license suspension. So we have to keep our dealer surety bond in effect at all times. Also remember, as a reminder, Georgia dealers must always meet all local zoning guidelines. And I've read cases, I want to share this with you real quick here. I've read cases where a dealer had accidentally let their license expire and they were unaware that the city had changed the zoning law for the area that they had their dealership in. And we do have some cities that are no longer allowing new dealers to come in for the first time. And so what I've seen here, I've seen some cases where a dealer's license will accidentally be expired. And then when someone's trying to renew their license, the city tells them there's no new licenses at that location. So dealers that have been at the same location for many years and weren't aware their zoning laws changed, they were no longer grandfathered in and they had to move location. So that's another reason we certainly want to make sure that our dealer's license stays active and we get that renewal in a timely manner. So don't forget to include your dealer license renewal fees. Remember, that's $62 for your master dealer license plate and $12 for each additional license plate as well. And remember, we got to attend that 6-hour dealer continuing education course every 2 years in order to renew your Georgia Motor Vehicle Dealer's License. At the very end of this training course, you'll easily and automatically be able to download that certificate. So you can either submit it via online or you can print it up and put it right in the dealer application packet that you must send to the state. Always remember, auto recyclers that have a dealer's license must also attend continuing education as well. So I do want you to definitely be aware of that, but you'll easily be able to download that here in just a little bit. First, though, I do want to show you how to renew your license via paper, and then I'm going to show you how to submit your renewal online. Okay, so I'll show you both versions here. But the first thing I'm going to do here with you, I'm just going to go ahead and magnify this. That's the word I'm looking for here. So we can take a look at this. You want to make sure that you're not making mistakes on the application. And before we fill this out, you want to make sure that you have all this information true and correct. Any false information on a dealer application or any type of application that you send to the state could lead you to being charged with a misdemeanor. So you want to make sure that this is true and accurate. Put your 12-digit customer number there along with your current master tag number and the county where your business is located. They want to know if your phone number has changed. Remember, we've got to have that landline. As it says right there, cell phones are not acceptable. So the state wants to make sure that we're accessible. That's why we got to have that landline. The state wants to know if your Georgia tax ID number has changed and also if the category of motor vehicles you're selling has changed. They also want to know if the company name has changed or if your DBA has changed or if your established place's business has changed or if your mailing address has changed. Now, with that being said, if you have any of these changes, you'll also need a copy of ST-2 form as well. So keep that in mind. Also, you want to make sure, used motor vehicle and parts dealers, make sure that you submit all the required information. And for any transporters, they would also want to know if your federal employment number has changed or your DOT number or if your IFTA decal has changed as well. So that's a little bit more information that they do have for, manufactured home dealers and for transporters as well. So also you want to make sure that we are swearing that, we are either a legal permanent resident of the United States or a citizen of the United States, or you're qualified to work here. So you certainly want to make sure that information is true and accurate. And then you also want to make sure that you do not sign this, until you are in front of a notary. So you can either do that, maybe it's your dealer auction or a bank. Maybe you've got an in-house notary. We can also notarize documents online now if you have a webcam. So always remember, when you're submitting all this information, I want to make sure that you do have the correct information that you're sending. Okay. No matter what, we've got to have that dealer renewal application, MV6C, okay, a copy of your current dealer's license. So don't forget that. You got to have that copy of your current dealer's license, along with your dealer tag application, MV6B, if you are ordering any additional dealer plates. If you're a parts dealer, don't forget that copy of your parts license. If you're a manufactured home dealer, then you have to have a copy of your Georgia Fire Marshal's license. And don't forget, if you're adding or authorizing or deleting agents or any changes from last period's licensure, don't forget that MV-6A form. Remember, buy here, pay here dealers must have your MV-DF1 form and a copy of your dealer's registration receipt and a copy of that license, along with your directly financed dealer registration fee of $100. So don't forget, I want to repeat that. If you're a buy here, pay here dealer, you've got MV-DF1. You've also got your copy of your registration receipt, copy of that dealer license, and don't forget, you've also got to have that additional directly financed dealer registration fee of $100. Okay. If you're going to mail your application, you can mail it to the Department of Revenue Vehicle Division. That's the Business Registration Unit, P.O. Box 740381, Atlanta, Georgia 30374-0381. You can also drop off your renewal at the Motor Vehicle Division lobby, Attention Business Registration Unit, and that's going to be in Atlanta, 30349, and that address is 4125 Welcome All Road. You can also email your entire renewal packet to business.registration.dor.ga.gov. Or if you have a fax machine laying around, you can certainly fax that information to 770-359-1819. So very, very easy to do. Next, though, I do want to show you how you can renew your license online. And as you see here, if you want to renew your license online, you can go to eservices.drives.ga.gov. And I want to show you some screenshots here. And this system is so automated and it won't let me make mistakes. So you would just jump down here, click on dealer renewal, put your dealer number in there along with your master tag plate number. And like I said, it's so automated. If you're doing it online, it basically will not allow you to make mistakes. But remember once again, that business website is going to be eservices.drives.ga.gov. And, I also want to let you know, if you have any questions about renewing your license, you can email the Business Registrations Unit at business.registrations@dor.ga.gov. Once again, if you have any questions or it may be a problem about renewing your license, you can email the Business Registrations Unit as business.registrations@dor.ga.gov. Now, hey, you have completed Unit 1. And I want to remind you that you can review any of these training videos that you've completed at georgiadealer.com. Remember, that's that same website that you signed up on, georgiadealer.com. Go up to the top here and just click on videos, and you'll be able to easily watch all the videos that you have in your course, but you can fast forward through them at that time. Now, when you're logged on to the learning management system, obviously you've got to watch all the videos in their entirety. But after the course, anytime, if you just want to scroll through and fast forward to certain content that you want to review, it's very easy to do just by going to georgiadealer.com and then click on the videos link up there. And at that time, you can review all the training content in the course that you're taking to renew your license.